channel, dive into the captivating world of police activities, where we unveil the realities and challenges officers face every day. Our mission is to enhance your awareness and understanding of their vital work through an array of gripping videos featuring high-stakes interventions, perilous situations, and intense confrontations. Disclaimer: great effort is made to ensure all materials in True Crimes videos fall within the guidelines of fair use. No copyright infringement is intended. If you are, or represent the copyright owner of any materials accidentally used in this video, and have an issue with its use, please contact me and I will respond as soon as possible. The content presented in this video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It is based on our best research and understanding of crimes and legal proceedings. However, we are not legal professionals, and the information provided should not be considered as legal advice or factual evidence. Viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research and consult with legal professionals for accurate and personalized information. The content may discuss sensitive topics, and viewer discretion is advised. The opinions expressed in this video are those of the content creator and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated individuals or organizations.
Thank you for taking the time to follow my channel. Please subscribe now and join us on this eye-opening journey.
Trafficking in broad daylight in Saigon. The shocking truth behind lightning-fast transactions. Saigon, a bustling and ever-moving city, hides a dark underworld filled with vice. One of these is a drug trafficking operation that operates openly in broad daylight, brazen to the point of disbelief. This is not a scene from an action movie, but a reality uncovered after days of investigation by our team of reporters. The drug market in the heart of Saigon. What might seem like a plot from a film is, in fact, happening in real life. Drug deals are being conducted openly along a 100-meter stretch of National Highway 22 in Donglan Hamlet, Bo Diem Commune, Hoc Mon District, Ho Chi Minh City. Shockingly, this drug market is located just 200 meters from En Suong bus station, a crowded area with heavy foot traffic and a pedestrian bridge. At around 2 p.m. on November 9th, a man in his 30s, wearing a polka dot shirt and covered in tattoos, was seen smoking a cigarette while selling drugs on the sidewalk of National Highway 22. Moments later, a male customer arrived on a motorbike license plate 6OB7 to 148.8X. After a brief exchange, the dealer quickly retrieved the goods from his pocket and handed them over. The transaction ended in a flash, and the customer hurried away. Shortly after, another young man on a motorbike approached from the opposite direction. The two seemed to understand each other perfectly. The dealer immediately pulled out the goods hidden in a cigarette pack and handed them to the customer. The buyer carefully inspected the product before pulling out a 100,000 VND bill to complete the transaction. These scenes were captured repeatedly by our team, with each deal executed smoothly and without hesitation, the cafe serving as the operations headquarters. Notably, a roadside cafe in the area serves as a gathering spot for gamblers and a pit stop for addicts. On November 10th, a 25-year-old man wearing a baseball cap and a denim jacket riding a motorbike with license plate 59G28165X set up shop right inside the cafe. Around 2 p.m. the same day, 2 young men on a motorbike license plate 93F1 to 335.2X stopped in front of the cafe. The passenger quickly entered, paid for the drugs, and left immediately. Posing as addicts to infiltrate the ring, to delve deeper, our reporters posed as addicts and lottery ticket sellers. On November 11th, one reporter pretended to be in withdrawal and approached a dealer, asking, "Do you have any goods?" The dealer responded, "How much do you need?" but was suddenly overwhelmed when 4 other addicts arrived on 3 motorbikes, leaving him out of stock. To resolve the situation, he quickly signaled to an accomplice nearby to replenish the supply. "Selling like hotcakes," one addict exclaimed. The transaction happened in the blink of an eye, with money and drugs exchanged swiftly. The dealer even boasted 90,000 VND per pack is a fair price. Try buying from others, and you'll see the difference. The dealers and their own addictions. What's even more shocking is that many of these dealers are addicts themselves. On November 12th, a dealer wearing an orange cap was recorded selling drugs before suddenly succumbing to his own cravings. He retreated to a hidden spot, prepared a syringe, and injected himself. The drugs were stored in sealed plastic straws, which he cut open, mixed with water, and injected. On November 13th, the same dealer was seen selling drugs to multiple addicts before injecting himself alongside his customers, the suspicious absence of authorities. Over the course of our investigation from November 9th to 14th, we recorded at least 60 to 70 drug transactions, with large quantities of drugs exchanged openly. What's baffling is the complete absence of law enforcement during these activities. The big questions: why does such a brazen drug trafficking operation exist in the heart of Saigon? Who is behind these activities? And most importantly, when will the authorities step in to put an end to this alarming situation? Our team will continue to monitor and provide updates. This article is based on real events. Names and license plates have been altered to ensure confidentiality. The psychological and social harms of drug use, an analysis based on the investigation of Saigon's open-air drug market. The investigation into the open-air drug market on National Highway 22 in Saigon reveals not only the brazenness of drug trafficking, but also the profound psychological and social consequences of drug use. This analysis delves into the ripple effects of drug addiction, focusing on the individuals involved, their communities, and the broader societal implications. The dealers and users in this investigation are trapped in a vicious cycle of addiction. For instance, the dealer in the orange cap, who was recorded injecting himself after selling drugs, exemplifies the dual role of victim and perpetrator. Addiction rewires the brain's reward system, creating an overwhelming compulsion to seek and use drugs despite the devastating consequences. This cycle is often fueled by withdrawal symptoms, which drive users to prioritize their next dose over everything else: health, relationships, and even survival, mental health deterioration. Drug use is closely linked to mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, and psychosis. The constant need to procure drugs, coupled with the stigma and isolation faced by addicts, exacerbates these conditions. The investigation highlights how addicts hurriedly purchase drugs, often in a state of desperation, indicating the psychological grip of addiction. Loss of agency and identity. Addiction strips individuals of their autonomy. The addicts in this story are reduced to mere consumers, their lives revolving around the next transaction. This loss of agency erodes their sense of self, leaving them vulnerable to exploitation by dealers and trapped in a life of dependency. The social consequences: erosion of community trust. The open-air drug market drug addiction doesn't just affect the user. It devastates families. Addicts often resort to stealing or lying to fund their habits, leading to broken relationships and financial instability. The investigation's depiction of addicts rushing to buy drugs highlights the urgency of their cravings, which often come at the expense of their loved ones. The role of dealers as both perpetrators and victims. Many dealers, like the man in the orange cap, are themselves addicts. This duality complicates the social dynamics, as they are both contributors to the problem and victims of it. Their involvement in the drug trade perpetuates the cycle of addiction, while their own struggles highlight the lack of support systems for those seeking to break free. Broader societal impact, normalization of illicit activities. The sheer openness of the drug market sends a dangerous message that such activities are tolerated, if not accepted. This normalization can lead to increased experimentation, particularly among young people who may view drug use as a low-risk behavior. Economic burden. Drug addiction places a significant economic burden on society. Healthcare costs for treating addiction and its related illnesses, lost productivity, and the strain on law enforcement resources all contribute to this burden. The investigation's revelation of the market's peak hours 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. suggests that addiction is interfering with individuals' ability to contribute to the workforce. Corruption and institutional failure. The absence of law enforcement during the investigation raises troubling questions about corruption and institutional failure. When authorities turn a blind eye to such blatant illegal activities, it undermines the rule of law and perpetuates a culture of impunity. This not only enables the drug trade, but also fosters public disillusionment with the justice system. The path forward, addressing the root causes, rehabilitation and support systems. To break the cycle of addiction, comprehensive rehabilitation programs are essential. These programs must address not only the physical aspects of addiction, but also the psychological and social factors that contribute to it. Support systems, including counseling and job training, can help recovering addicts reintegrate into society. Community engagement. Communities must be empowered to take a stand against drug trafficking. Public awareness campaigns, neighborhood watch programs, and collaboration with law enforcement can help create a safer environment and reduce the demand for drugs. Strengthening law enforcement. The investigation highlights the urgent need for accountability within law enforcement. Anti-corruption measures, coupled with increased resources for drug enforcement, are crucial to dismantling these networks and restoring public trust. The open-air drug market in Saigon is more than just a hub of illegal activity. It is a microcosm of the broader psychological and social harms of drug use. From the individual addicts trapped in a cycle of dependency to the communities grappling with the fallout, the consequences are far-reaching and devastating. Addressing this issue requires a multifaceted approach that combines rehabilitation, community engagement, and institutional reform. Only then can we hope to break the chains of addiction and build a healthier, safer society. The story of Saigon's open-air drug market is a stark reminder of the hidden scars of addiction. It's a story of human suffering, societal failure, and the urgent need for change.
but it's also a story of hope. Hope that, with the right interventions, we can break the cycle of addiction. Hope that we can rebuild trust in our communities. And hope that we can create a future where no one has to live in the shadows of despair. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Together, let's shine a light on the truth and work towards a brighter tomorrow.
Welcome to our channel. Dive into the captivating world of police activities, where we unveil the realities and challenges officers face every day. Our mission is to enhance your awareness and understanding of their vital work through an array of gripping videos featuring high-stakes interventions, perilous situations, and intense confrontations. Disclaimer: great effort is made to ensure all materials in True Crimes videos fall within the guidelines of fair use. No copyright infringement is intended. If you are, or represent the copyright owner of any materials accidentally used in this video, and have an issue with its use, please contact me and I will respond as soon as possible. The content presented in this video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It is based on our best research and understanding of crimes and legal proceedings. However, we are not legal professionals, and the information provided should not be considered as legal advice or factual evidence. Viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research and consult with legal professionals for accurate and personalized information. The content may discuss sensitive topics, and viewer discretion is advised. The opinions expressed in this video are those of the content creator and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated individuals or organizations.
Thank you for taking the time to follow my channel. Please subscribe now and join us on this eye-opening journey.